Hi, in this video I'm going to share with you 3 crucial steps to stretch watercolour paper using gum tape and get it perfect every single time. To do this, you need certain bits of equipment. You will need a board, you'll need paper, you'll need water, you'll need a box of tissues, a brush, a sponge, and of course this gum tape. And you identify on your paper the right and wrong side. The easiest way to do that is look for the watermark, and that's just basically the stamp of the brand, which is often in a corner. You hold it up to the light and you can read it quite easily. That's the correct side of the paper. But what I want you to do is I want you to put the paper down with the correct side facing down. Then get your brush or your sponge, whatever you want to use, and wet the back of that paper with a lot of water. Really get it soaking. Flip it over and wet the front of the paper. Now we're talking really wet. Now here's the first crucial step. You need to give that paper time to soak up that water. You want the water to go into the fibres of the paper so it starts to buckle. So you need to give it maybe 10 minutes, depends on the weight of the paper. You want to see that paper starting to buckle and bubble. That's important. Give it time. Have a coffee, get onto social media, talk to your friends. Now, when that paper has buckled, you grab the corners and you pull the corners out a little bit. You don't have to get the paper totally flat. Okay? It doesn't matter if there's still buckles and bubbles. Secret number 2, and this is probably the most important thing. Grab a tissue and wipe down the side of the paper, on the edge. Take, about this far into the paper. What you're trying to do is take the excess water off the edge of the paper, because this is where you're going to put your tape. This is a crucial step. Don't skip it, because it won't work. Get your tape, rip some tape off, and get your sponge and wipe the adhesive side of the tape with the sponge. That'll make it sticky. Stick it down around all the edges and press it down. Get it as flat as you possibly can. Nice and smooth. Now, what you'll find when you look at it, you'll still have these bubbles and valleys and buckles in the paper. That's okay, trust me. It's fine. You actually want those. What do you do next? You get the old trusty hairdryer. This is the only thing I get to use hairdryers for these days, which is pretty sad. But I remember. I know you. Back to it. Important step number 3. Get your hairdryer and start drying the paper from the outside in, from the tape into the center. This is very important. And as the paper contracts or shrinks, it pulls in. If you haven't dried the tape, if the center of the paper starts to dry first, that tape will lift and it just won't work and you'll get very frustrated. And this is where so many people do get frustrated with this. Try to do it, the tape lifts, waste of time. You've got to make sure that's dry first. Let's summarize those 3 things again. The 3 crucial things for this to work. Number 1, give the paper time to absorb the water. Let it expand, 10 minutes. 2, get that tissue and wipe the excess water off the edge of the paper. Okay, really important step. 3, when you've put the tape on, get your hairdryer and dry from the outside in. They're the 3 things. If you keep on doing those 3 things, I guarantee this will work every time. And at the end of it, look what you get. Voila. A perfectly beautiful, flat, stretched piece of watercolour paper ready for you to paint your masterpiece. So off you go. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for staying to the end, and I hope you enjoyed it and that this is going to be really useful for you when you go to stretch your watercolour paper. And remember to subscribe and hit that little bell to get notifications of new content. If you did enjoy it, please share it with your friends, leave a comment, and let me know if there's anything in particular you want covered on this channel. Until next time, have a good week.